Yeah,
What's up, beautiful people, everyone? Welcome for today's episode.
welcome back.
You're with Drip Boy Kenya and
Malex Made. Make sure you check me out on my YouTube channel. I'll be posting banger after banger. But
Yeah.
mine will be more about the world and tourism and all that and traveling all over the world.
so today we are happy to see you guys. Welcome to our show. Welcome. Hope you are having a beautiful day. Hope everyone is good. Welcome, and today we are going to talk about
Today we're going to talk about life in Doha and the challenges and how people actually survive in Doha. For those who mostly we are going to talk about foreigners working in Doha.
yeah, cause you see, Qatar is a very beautiful country. We have a lot of things. Most Qatar is being controlled by it's a Muslim country, yeah.
It's a majority a Muslim country.
Yeah, Qatar is a Muslim country, and but we have other religions like Hindus, Christians.
Like I would say like Qatar is a country of each and every type of foreigners. Like you can find Indians, Bangladesh, like each and everyone, European, Americans, Africans, Kenyans, Tanzanians. Like you can't lack anyone from another nation all over the world. I think.
And Qatar is a desert country. All desert.
There's no rivers. There's no mountains. If there is rivers, just like the rivers that are made are called how?
Man-made rivers.
One man-made river that is in Qatar. And
Qatar?
Qatar. There's one man-made river. And there is another like mountains, man-made mountains, like Spire Park.
And who is the Qatar is do they have the leader is a king or is president?
So the Qatari government is ruled by a king.
A king, huh?
If a king is old or dies, then the son,
takes over.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's how do they call a country?
A mayor.
A mayor. Oh, okay.
A mayor.
Okay.
The mayor of here is called Aldani. Yeah. And he's a good king. He have actually made this country great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Qatar is a very beautiful country. I swear, Qatar is a. If you're out there and you feel like you want to go to any country for tourists, Qatar is best. Qatar is best. Welcome, and hope today we are going to enjoy this show. We are going to talk about Qatar, left, right, and center, everything about Qatar. And if you're there and you want to come in Qatar, na unapenda madem au unapenda wanaume, tafadhali. This country is very strict with that thing.
When it comes to girls.
Yeah, tell them.
So Qatar is one of the countries. Each and every Muslim nation, they are strict in the rules when it comes to marriages. Like they follow the marriages, all that. So if you are coming to Qatar, it's not like the way that in Kenya that we live. Like you can go with, you can have a multiple girlfriend, but here, you kind of control yourself. So it's not like that's free. I say it's free, but it's not like that 100% free. There's some rules.
Because if they get you with a girl, for example, we have rooms here, people go there, but if they catch you, the police here being called Al-Fasa, if they catch you with a girl in a room, wallah, it will be a problem, because they ask you, is she your wife? No. Is this your husband? No. Then why are you doing together? So it will be a problem. Unless if you're married, and you have a marriage certificate.
But for now, I think since from 2019, 2018, 2017, that rule, they were like kind of strict. But these days, like they are just allowed, you can just walk with your girlfriend. I think maybe if you do like messy things with a girl, and then you're found.
Can you just kiss publicly in Qatar?
No, you cannot. Not just kiss. That I'm talking about things like that, kissing publicly, doing something like.
What about hugging? Can you hug publicly?
Yeah, you can hug, but you have to respect the family. If there's a family just next to you, you have to find like a place where you are just alone, the back sitting and.
Okay, so, I have a question, brother. How, even in Qatar, right? How can you tell that this in people in Qatar, how that Qatari or what's their? How can you tell that this is a Qatari and this one is from like Dubai and this one is from Saudi? How can you tell?
So differentiating between Qataris and the foreigners. Sometimes differentiating like the let me say like people from Dubai Saudi and Qatari is very kind of difficult. But differentiating a Kenya and a Qatari, you know that is easy. You say, he's a black guy. Yeah. So.
But do we also have black people being Qatari? Or
but they are few, very few of them. They are rare. They are few, and they are like kind of respected in the Qatari society. Yeah. So if you want to differentiate Qataris, most people they kind of differentiate the Qatari through their clothing. They wear the, I don't know, the robe. Yeah. So when you wear but many people wear robes today. Like Pakistan can have a robe and you know they have the same looks like Qatari. So
long beards and stuff.
So it's kind of hard to differentiate between a Qatari. Maybe you see that we are in a robe and then he's next to a Ferrari, or he open a Ferrari, as you say, because the Qataris are very rich, you know.
Oh, they like driving expensive cars.
Supercars, yeah. If you are somewhere, you see some open a Ferrari or a big car or a GMC.
And I've been told that in Qatari, as long as you are a Qatari, you'll just be given a car free. Is it true?
Yeah, they are like the government give some. I think they have benefit from government, but they have to work. Nowadays, they heard that they have to work to earn some money, but their salary is more like it's kind of like 80,000 upside.
80,000 Qatar real?
Yeah, for the
wow.
Yeah. So it's not like the foreigners. Because Qataris know this is a rich nation.
And which position do they hold once they're working? Which position do they hold? Do they work as security? Do they work like which position do they hold?
They hold the big what is the name? The big
company positions.
Company position, I mean, like managers, like HR, CEOs. When you find the others, like senior managers are Indians, you can find Kenyans. But the main like on the top is Qatari.
And is Doha the capital city of Qatar?
Yeah, Doha is the capital city.
How developed is that the capital city?
This country regarding the wealth, this is a very wealthy country. As you know, Qatar is one of the wealthiest country in the world. I think it's the first.
Wow, the first,
in the world.
Wow.
And also is according to GDP per capita is very high. Per year. So Qatar is one of the richest nation in the world. They get their wealth from the oil and gas industry. They have a lot of oil and gas which will last for years and years to come. So they are very rich. So when you put that in mind, the infrastructure, the way they have built their country, the cities, the roadways. If you go to Doha, man, it's like you are same in Europe or any other nation in the Western Hemisphere. Yeah, but Qatar is a well-developed country, and it's a good country, very nice and clean also.
It's very clean. Qatar I think, is the cleanest country in the world. Is it the cleanest country in the world?
I won't say that because I don't know which is the cleanest country, but I think it's among the cleanest.
What about their story buildings? How tall are they?
Yeah, they have a lot of big towers. You have been in Doha?
Yeah, I've been in Doha.
Yeah. They are very tall. They are kind of 70 or 80-story buildings. I've been in Doha like a couple of times, and it's tall buildings, and it's well organized city. Actually, they have the old Doha city, which they were used as a capital city before, but now
the old one.
Yeah, the old one now, where you find like Square Cave, the main market, and
it's like we say downtown.
Yeah. And there is that city center where there is the tall buildings.
The modern one.
The modern one.
So guys, when you come to Qatar, make sure you visit the old town and the modern town.
Old times where you find like National Museum.
Let's talk about National Museum. What treasures are they putting in the National Museum?
So the National Museum, the treasure they talk more about their culture. They explain their culture, how the country was formed from the beginning, how it was colonized, how it was attacked by other nations, the way it evolved until now, the way they discovered the oil and gas industry, and a lot of things to do with this country. How the kings, the emirs who have ruled this country. Yeah, it's nice to go and visit. It's a beautiful. I have been there like for a couple of times, and I visited there. I took some video also, and check it on my YouTube channel if you want to know more about national.
And I've been told that since Qatar is a Muslim country, so these guys, they can marry like 4 to 5 wives. Is it true?
Yeah, most of the Muslims, as you know, or even in Kenya, you have Muslims.
Yeah, we have Muslims in Kenya also.
Somali Muslim.
Yeah.
But they are Kenyan Somali Muslim. I think in the Muslim culture or religion, you have there's no problem marrying like a couple of women. Is allowed. Yeah, I think in every culture, even in our culture, we are Christian, but you can marry. Christian. But you can marry different. You can marry many wives.
But that's according to your, let's say, like a Kikuyu culture, Luya culture. But Christian culture, you have to marry one, huh?
No. You can marry depending on your wife. If your wife is accepting it, then you can marry. If your family is okay with it, you can marry.
So according to since Qatar is being governed by Muslim culture, if you marry one wife, is it a problem or is it a must you have to marry 2 to 3 wives?
It depends on you. If you want to marry more wives, then you can marry. But if you decide to have one wife and get good,
it's not a must.
It's not a must.
Okay. But I swear I love this country. Qatar is best because they workers are. If you come here and you work here, they take on your maslaha. In Kiswahili we say maslaha. I don't know what is maslaha.
They take on your benefits. There's a benefit on working here. Although I would say like it have sustained a lot of homes regarding like the people who have family in India. Like this country, no one is not earning in this country. Like I think 97% of people living here, they earn money. So it's difficult to find thieves. You can leave your phone in park and somebody will take it and give it to you.
About security, 100%. Security top notch.
Not like let me give, I don't hate my country, but I will give example with my country. If you leave a phone in Kenya, just 1 minute, you don't find it. And
even your friend can steal for you back in Kenya.
Not even leaving, when you're holding, you can just be hidden your phone, people run away with it. So
well, in our country, you are holding your phone like this and it disappears. You are holding it in your hand and it disappears. You're like, what happened? But Qatar security.
I will give you an example. There's one day that I had been paid, and that time I went
in Qatar or in Kenya.
In Qatar. So I took my the ATM card. I went and withdrew my money and then I put in my wallet. So eventually it happened that when I was going out from the car, when I was walking, that time I was going to the mall. So I dropped my wallet. And when I went to the mall, I realized that
you don't have your wallet.
So I told my friends, what's happened? I don't have my wallet. So in my mind I said, that time I was like kind of new in Qatar. I thought when you leave your things, maybe it's like Kenya, maybe someone
disappeared. They still with
that time I was in a bus, so I went in the bus. One guy came with the wallet and took. I said, who lost the wallet? Man, I was surprised to see this. I didn't think that someone can just find, and the money.
All things intact.
All being intact.
Wow.
And he said, count your money, confirm is okay. Then he said, I can't steal your money. And actually, he was a Pakistan.
Wow.
He was from.
And about security, Mia. Yeah. So let's talk about transportation. What about their transport?
Transportation is actually very cheap. If you are using an Uber, if you have an Uber. You ask for a taxi through Uber, I think it's cheap. And also they have another means of transport for the government, like cargo buses, which you have to pay. Yeah, you have to pay like with a card. You have to go and buy a card.
How do you register to be a member or to access that transportation in cargo?
You have to go to the cargo offices and just get a cargo card. Then you'll be recharged it. And each and everywhere you go, you have to pay only 3 Qatar riyal.
Not 2?
I think they added 1.
Oh, they had no, it's 3 riyal. Okay, guys, you hear from 2 riyal to 3 riyal. You travel everywhere you want.
Yeah, everywhere you want. But you have to exchange like routes. There's different routes for the cargo bus. So you can change this route and this route like this and this.
So the public means of transportation is carwa.
And also there's metro station which you have to pay 2 riyal. I think the best means of transport for me for now. I don't use cargo, but I still recommend it if you want to use it because it's
Okay,
cheap.
okay. Let me ask you. Let me ask you a question. Yeah, is Karwa buses or Karwa is only buses and metro is only let me say train.
So Karwa
Uh-huh.
deals with buses only and taxis. The small taxis, blue taxi. When you see a blue taxi or a blue bus, that's a Karwa, but that's that cars.
They've
The
been
metro-
painted blue,
Yeah.
blue in color.
Yeah.
So when you see a blue bus written Karwa, that's a public transport.
Yeah, and also it's have Wi-Fi. If you pay, you can go and join the Wi-Fi.
Oh, if you, as long as you've paid, you get there, you access Wi-Fi.
Yeah, for Karwa.
Wow.
Also in the metro station.
Even in metro stations.
You have you
Wow.
can use. So the metro station is I think is the best because you can move from one place. You don't need 2 real. You can spend all the whole day in the metro station.
Wait.
Go around.
In metro is 2 real.
Yeah.
Karwa 3 real.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think metro is the easiest. So if you want to use Karwa, maybe use where the metro don't reach because metro don't stretch like all
across the country.
Just stretches around Doha, you know.
CBD or
Doha like the main city like city
from
center.
okay, let me say from Al Wakra to
From Al Wakra to airport to city center to old National Museum, like around it revolves around like Doha city. Kind of level like that.
Okay.
But if you want to use the Karo bus, it comes up to here because here you don't have any metro station.
Where is here?
Yeah, we are even
in Qatar. Okay.
In Qatar.
Okay. We are somewhere in Qatar. Huh?
Yeah.
We are somewhere in Qatar. So let me ask you something, bro, because you have a lot of experience about Qatar, and we want to tell our friends, the ones who have never slept in Qatar and the ones who are already in Qatar and they don't know anything, they want to get more information about Qatar. So, what about the government after the king? Who comes? Like in our country, we have the president, we have the what do we call him? Deputy or deputy president? Then we have speaker. We have What about their government? How is it planned?
So as I said before, this country is ruled by a king. By a king. So what's happened is when a king is very old and he cannot govern anymore because of his age, and he has a son, the son will take over the government.
The son, huh?
Yeah, the son.
Okay,
So it will help the father, and then
the firstborn, or they just take from any.
I think I don't know. Maybe the son will be the first priority of the father. The father can say, this son, even if you are
the favorite.
The favorite of the son.
Okay.
Say, this is my favorite. I think he can be the king. But you have to be the son. I think the son, yeah.
Okay.
So if the king dies, then it's happened like the son will take over. He'll govern. So also Qatar, there's a lot of places to visit. Like there's Sea Line, there's Qatar. You can come to Aspire Park. There's big malls you can go.
How many parks in Qatar?
I think for now, I only know 4. There's Albida Park, there's Oxygen Park, there's Aspire Park, there's Qatar Park. There's small park. But
and which one is the biggest park in Qatar?
For now, I know it's Albida Park.
Albida is the biggest. Wow, I thought it was
Albida
Qatar,
Park
but
actually stretches from city center. It goes around. It's big.
Okay.
Even when you go to Albida Park, you have to. If you don't like, you're not someone who likes walking. There's some renting place you can go and rent a scooter or a bicycle.
What about club car? Do they drive people with club cars?
When I was there, there was some of, I don't know what at the time for now, but before they had.
Oh, they had like for transportation.
Maybe if you're watching me and you work in Albida Park, you can comment there.
They can tell us. They can tell us if in Albida, because in Aspire Park they don't give public transportation, huh?
Only for the staffs, yeah.
Only for even scooter not allowed in the Aspire Park. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. Qatar is a great country, and it's a tiny nation in the Middle East.
Talking about the tiny. How big is Qatar? What are the...
So the size of Qatar, I will give it it's like 4 counties in Kenya. Like like Machakos, Nairobi, Kiambu.
I remember one day you told me like Turkana is big than Qatar.
Turkana is like how many times? Because Turkana is about 63,000 kilometers squared, and Qatar is 11,000. That means Qatar is like 6 times or 7 times. Turkana is 6 times or 7 times bigger than Qatar.
So Qatar is very small.
It's tiny. I think there's one guy told me that if you ever can put some fuel or
Full tank.
Yeah, full tank in the morning, and you start the journey and you go around the Qatar. By the evening you have gone round
All
Qatar.
round. Yeah. And the petrol is still inside the tank.
Yeah.
What? Despite it being small, but it's very rich.
Yeah, very rich.
You see, smallest but the richest in the world.
Yeah.
Wonders.
So the population is very few. When you put in mind, like we are like heard that we are like 4 million or 3 million foreigners, but Qataris are about 500.
4 million foreigners.
And Qataris, actually foreigners are more
than the original people.
Locals, yeah.
Okay. So, and let's talk about what's the main tourist attraction in Qatar? What attracts people very much?
So the main attraction in Qatar is like people want to know about the culture of the Qataris, and also those people like Europeans, their nations are very cold, extremely cold. They want to experience the summer weather, the summer.
And finish first, then talk about
the summer. I think they want to learn more about the food, the Arabian food, and all that, the culture, the way they used the camels in the early days. Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say about the weather, bro, sister. If you haven't experienced weather, come in Qatar. Everything is extreme. Tell them about the Qatar weather.
I will say like weather in Qatar is unpredictable. Today it can be like 3 months can be very hot. Then another 3 months can be very cold. Then another can be very windy. I don't know.
And when it say very, it means very. If it's cold, it's very cold. If it's hot, extremely hot.
Yeah, that's what I would say. If it's windy and there's dust, the dust comes pouring everywhere.
Everywhere, just see like sandstorm. Yeah.
It's called sandstorm. The correct word to say.
Sandstorm. Yeah.
But I think it's a good nation because regardless of all that, we are getting some.
Yeah, we're getting some more like. And we came here to change our lives. At least, you see, and if you come to Qatar, bro and sister, the way you came, don't go back the way you came.
Another thing I want to say, if you come to Qatar, I know the economy of Qatar and Kenya is kind of different. It's very different.
Very big difference, yeah.
Because when you're in Kenya, when you have the money that you are, let me give for example, like 10 Qatar Riyal. That's about 350 Kenya shillings. I think
exchange rate, huh?
Yeah. If you
1 shilling is
that's 5 now.
35 point something. You hear 1 Qatar Riyal is 35 point, let's say 35 point Kenya shillings. Wow.
So if you have like 10 Qatari Riyal and you want to buy something like what can you buy with 10 Qatar Riyal?
Let's say chips, French fries,
and it's very small.
Yeah.
But when you put your mind and exchange the 350,
you won't buy.
If you want to go to Kenya and buy something like, let's say, Mudurwa, that's
Mudurwa market.
That's food.
I think you guys know Mudurwa market.
That's food for how many days? 50 Kenya shilling, you can buy food for 1 day.
350.
You can eat like for how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yo,
6,
that's
7.
lunchtime. That's breakfast, lunchtime, supper. For those are 3 days.
3 days. Yeah, like for 3 days.
Yeah.
If you now my point is, if you wanna put that in mind that you don't wanna spend here because you think that you're spending a lot,
you won't buy anything.
You won't buy anything. Just forget about Kenya. If you move on here, just live the life of here. But don't overspend.
Don't overspend.
Just do your
Make sure you save. And don't be afraid to spend, because life doesn't stop. If you come to Qatar, you can't say like, I don't want to spend until I go back to Kenya. Life doesn't stop. Life, we have to move on.
One of my guys that I actually jokes a lot with him a lot. I says he likes saving. For me also, I like saving. I save a lot, and also he saves. But the way I told that, the way he converts and that, I said one day, what do you want? Kind of each and every time you want to convert, maybe one day the airplane will go and the engine will just turn off and then you'll hit the ground.
Oh,
May
but-
God forbid.
Yeah.
I was just joking, but yeah, that is,
Don't spend a lot. Don't spend a lot and don't save a lot. Make sure you know how to average these things. Yeah. We spend. Don't say like we spend, Jesus saves. No. Make sure you spend and you save also, cause
and enjoy whatever you like.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, we are not here to stay for long. We have to go back home and we have to change our life back home.
Yeah.
You know, we come here to, in Swahili we say to kutega uchumi.
Yeah.
You know, we come here to tega uchumi, then we go back home. You know, because 25 years to come, we have to retire. We won't be here forever. So when you go home and retire, you'll be like, I was in Qatar. I did this. So we have to change our lives.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Yeah, that's actually the fact. You have to change your life, and actually the money you get here, you cannot spend all the money here because you just leave the money here.
Yo, and one thing I've discovered, bro, Qatar, there are a lot of beautiful girls.
Yeah, a lot of beautiful girls from all nations.
All over the over. So if you come to Qatar, bro, and you have been driven by lust, you'll go to hell, because this place is full of beautiful girls, left, right, and center. When you look like this Philippine, you just look like this Indian,
Kenyans.
this Kenyan, Uganda, bro, and they all are beautiful. So zip.
If you wanna save your salary,
If you want to save your salary, zip.
close your zip.
Make sure you close your zip, because don't let it be loose, because wallah.
You end up.
You see, like, even if you're being given 2,000 with girls here,
no, even 5,000.
even 5,000.
There's one guy I said he was earning more than 5, I think 7,000, and he was into girls. So and people came to realize this guy. I don't know. Just leave the girls.
Yeah. So if you want to develop yourself, just like close your eyes to girls, concentrate, focus, put your focus, know what brought you here, and we'll make it.
Yeah, you're going to make it.
You're going to make it. But if you concentrate with girls are all over, and I swear, there's no day you go to a girl and you say like, give me your number, and be like, no. All girls here, and they're like, oh, you want my number? Take. Yeah. You want to take me out? Let's go. You want to? Because girls know they won't spend anything. In fact, they're going to take your money.
Yeah.
They're going to spend. You're going to spend on them, and they're going to take your money. So
maybe if you be the luckiest and get the one who wants to spend.
Okay, you've run. Yeah. They say in Qatar there's no true love. Okay, let me ask you something. They say in Qatar there's no true love. Is it true?
Like 95, I think 95% there's no true love. Only like 4% there's true love. Actually, 4% actually make it to marriage when they meet here and then they go and continue their life and marriage and get kids. But 95% they're just praying with other people, man. So you gotta be careful. If you wanna give your heart in Qatar,
be careful.
Then if you're someone who like clients,
don't just open your heart to anybody. Be cautious. Be careful, because you'll be heartbroken. Like. And there's one msemo in Kenya, chapa chapa wachia brade.
That chapa wachia brade happens a lot in here. That means, in English, can I translate it?
Translate it.
That means, when a guy is in love, today one guy gets in love with one girl, and then they happen to meet and do the stuff, the stuff?
Yeah.
And then the guy is satisfied, that it's over. That means he's going to leave that girlfriend to another man.
Okay, let me say, like, if you have a girlfriend in Qatar, then you do your things and you'll be like, this girl, I don't want her anymore. So you give me the number, then I continue, then after me I'm done, I give my another friend. That's what it means by
you're
inheriting. I inherit you before you die.
Yeah. A lot of guys do it.
Chapa chia nani?
Yeah, the guys will show interest at first, and the girl will be like, this is the man of.
Let me tell you, Alex, it's not only about boys, even girls here.
Yeah, they came to realize, when they came to realize the men, they are doing that. And most men are married in Kenya.
Even girls there.
So when they come here because of the, let me say, dry spell, and most of the girls, they come here when they, let's say, they're not married. So
but most they have kids. Yeah.
So they think here we can find a man who will
We
Just
love them the way
love
they are,
me
true love.
with my kid.
Because women love true love. Huh? They
Yeah.
love to be loved.
Yeah.
They love to be pampered and stuff.
Yeah, the women are into love, not like men. They are into this thing.
Respect.
This thing.
Yeah.
The
After
man-
eating.
You see,
Uh,
let me focus in my wife in Kenya and all that.
mm,
So you have to be careful if you're a girl.
and
But
if
the way you say, like, the girls notice that men are doing that, so even them, they like, they are not into
they are
relationship.
playful nowadays also.
If you are that's man you want love and find a girl who was at breaking here, then you get in love with her, then you gotta be careful. You gotta watch out over her because you'll
And since everyone play games here in Qatar, what about the diseases?
so
Do
that
they,
is-
do they use protection or to just be careful with,
So-
because it's risky though.
I don't know more about how the people, you can't go into details because
But
cannot-
what about the statistics? Have you like?
though the statistics are like people here, they tend to say like we have gone a lot through medical. So, in his mind he's going to meet this girl and say, this girl maybe
It's
she's safe, and the girl already slept like 4 months.
for men.
When someone goes for vacation, for example, if I had to go to vacation right now, if I came back from Kenya,
No medical check.
medical checkup. The only medical checkup that are going to be done is
For
when
the first
time. So if I'm a prayerful guy and go to Kenya and sleep all around and correct all these diseases or infection, and then come here, then I meet different girls. How many girls are going to affect?
So many.
So
So guys, when you're here in Qatar, be careful.
Yeah.
Be careful. Be
Yeah.
a boy, be a girl. Disease is there. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you feel you have to have it, then there's a lot of
Use
protection.
protection. Use
Even in
protection,
malls,
yeah.
in Venice, small shops.
Yeah, in
you
Qatar,
can,
they
you can
they
go
sell.
in. There's a shop just here next in this building. You can go just buy it.
Be protected. Protect yourself because we have children, we have sisters,
And
we
you have
our
life to
parents.
live.
You have to have life to live after this. Though, so
And
though,
you can't just imagine like when you are in your 20s or in your 30s. That is a young very age, and then you get all these complications in life, and then
and you can't come all the way from Africa. You come get AIDS in Qatar. You didn't come here to imagine paying commission, huh? Like 200,000.
Yeah.
Then you come here. What you get? What when you go back home? What have you achieved from Qatar? AIDS. That's
not-
very bad.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah.
So if you have to do it, use protection, brother and sister. Yeah.
And if you have to do it and you won't feel that, they say the sweetness. Kind of.
But the sweetness after sweetness,
You have money, you are paid. Go to a medical. There's a lot of lab clinics. Just tell your
your spouse.
your spouse,
your
let's go, let's
girlfriend,
do
yeah.
it and try this and get tests and all that. Yeah, it's not that expensive. Maybe like 200 or 150 Qatar riyal. I've not yet done it, but through my research, I had some.
And what about the infrastructure?
Infrastructure is very. If you come here, the roads are like. The highways are super. I would say they are super. There's no traffic. There's people
It
obey.
just flows.
People obey the traffic light like each and every.
And if you miss violation, there.
Yeah.
You don't know how, because there are cameras everywhere, speed cameras.
You may say, I can't have to go and pass the red light, and when you go back to your maybe to your house or your accommodation, if you are a driver, then you see a notification on your phone. You have been violated the light and you have been charged 2,000 Qatar. You wonder, how happened? They didn't see me, but they already took the number plate with the camera, and then they search your name, the name of the driver, and then they send through there's an app, metrash.
Yeah.
You find a big variation there, so you have to be careful with each and everything here. And also here there is alcohol. If you are someone who like
the kata maji.
yeah, if you are like alcohol, there's a lot of alcohol. I think there's each and every kind of. I don't want to say, and then the CID. I don't know where it is, but there's a lot. So when you come here, you have to be very careful with your life. Just be the own guardian of your own life, and
be responsible with your own life.
Yeah.
No one is going, because when you come here, there's no your father here, there's no your mother here. You see, like you take control of your own life. Be responsible with your own life. Yeah.
And the end of the day, we are going back home. Yeah.
Yeah.
We won't be here forever.
Yeah.
And the years are going. They are going very fast.
Yeah. So
I think there's anything that we left about Qatar.
maybe
So-
yeah. Add if you are there.
So if you want to visit Qatar, you don't have to come to Qatar like as a worker. You can have a visit visa if you are Kenya. You have money and you want to visit Qatar. You can come here in Qatar.
And it's not a must when you come to Qatar and you work. You can bring your family. I see people
Yeah,
there
yeah,
bring their families.
Yeah,
here
you can
also.
bring it if you have the capability of hosting and all that and the money.
So they are allowed to bring your family.
Yeah. If
So
you
you see, so if you have your papers and you come here and you get a good job, you can just bring your family. You enjoy life here.
Yeah.
No problem.
I think Qatar is a nice country. It's a very peaceful country.
Yeah.
There's no like dramas like now. I would say in our country because our country not a day or even half a day can pass without dramas.
Yeah, Kenya has been known all over the world with dramas.
Dramas.
When they're being mentioned, they feel good.
But here things are straight. Everything, traffic, rules. Yeah, no one will see harassing a girl or anything. No one will abuse you. No one will do that. And if you are caught doing all this stuff, you're being deported. Yeah, that's nice.
So I think that's all we can talk about.
That's all we can talk about Qatar. And I want to say thank you guys for watching us. And thank you guys. I know you're gonna support this podcast. We'll be coming each and every, let's say, day. Yeah.
Each and every day we'll be doing.
There's a lot of stories to talk about.
Yeah.
A lot of things to discuss. A lot of humors to share and all that. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, Malex Made. I'll be posting more about my podcast also. And also subscribe. We also have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, I'm Drip Boy Kenya and I'm an artist also. I do music and keep on supporting us.
Yeah.
Na mkitu support wallahi.
Tunaenda
Tutafika
far.
huko juu na
We are
tutaenda
going far.
far. Yeah, tutafika juu na we are
If
going
you want to
far.
support us,
Yeah.
we are going far.
Shukran brother.
Thanks for your
Tell
time.
them to tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend.
So tell share, like, comment, and tell your friend to like and comment. You can also share if you don't want to tell them.
Yeah.
You can share and they watch and they follow us. Also like so that our videos can be recommended to many people all over the world.
Yeah.
Not only Kenya. We want to go worldwide, you know. Yeah.
Okay, thank you guys.
Welcome. Next time.
Yeah, okay.